What's up today, my wonderful people? Thank y'all for tuning in for another video. I really appreciate you, alright? Just trying to set my camera. Hold up a second. I know y'all heard that little clicking noise back there, huh? Had to get my camera set up straight. Alright? You want me to show you what I'm holding the camera up with? Let me keep it real with you, man. Hold up, let's see something right quick. This right here. This is what I'm leaning my camera up against, alright? I told y'all I'd keep it real with y'all, alright? But anyway, let's get back to the video. Hold up, I gotta fit it back into the place it's supposed to be at. Yeah, man, I just set my camera up, lean it up against it like that. Probably not the most professional way to do things, alright? But anyway, let's get back to the video. Listen, what I want to talk to you about today is the question, as a Christian, do I have to love my enemies? As a Christian, do I have to love my enemies? In other words, let's just say somebody stole $1,000 from me, right? They took my wallet, they took my money, they took everything. Got my bank card, got my little Subway gift card. I like my Subway gift card. But anyway, they took everything from me, right? Do I have to love them? I mean, I can forgive them, right? But do I really have to love them? That's the question I want to talk to you about today. All right, because listen, everybody has somebody in their life that they may not like. All right, so do you really have to love them? Let's get to the word for this, all right? Because we can sit here and talk all day, but when we get in the word, that's when it get real, all right? So I got my word for you right here, all right? Let's see where we at. We in Matthew 6:43. No, Matthew 5:43. All right. Now this is Jesus talking. Matthew 5:43 says, "Ye have heard that it hath been said, Thou shalt love thy neighbor and hate thine enemy." In other words, you done heard in the world, that people say, love your neighbor and hate your enemy. That's like a quote. People still say that today. Love your neighbor and hate your enemy, right? I mean, think about it. Anybody can hate an enemy. It don't take any type of self-righteousness or any type of discipline to hate an enemy. Everybody can hate an enemy, but it does take discipline to love your enemies. So in the very next verse, Jesus says in verse 44, "But I say unto you, love your enemies. Bless them that curse you. Do good to them that hate you, and pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you." So in other words, somebody doing you wrong, Jesus is telling you, listen, pray for them. All right, pray for them. But he's also telling you, listen, love your enemies. Okay. Now let me just help you out a little bit. When you love your enemy, listen, that doesn't mean you got to go play Monopoly with them every day. People say, well, I'm not on good terms with this person. This person stole all this money from me. Well, you ain't got to go sit, you know what I mean, in a chair right next to them and smile in their face all day and put your arm around them and play Monopoly with them all. I don't know why I keep saying the word Monopoly. Maybe I feel like playing Monopoly, all right? But anyway, let's get back to the video. Listen, you ain't got to sit there and play checkers with them. You ain't got to be buddy with them. Listen. He's saying to love them. Listen, you can love some people from a distance, all right? Listen, you have to learn to forgive people. You have to let them off the hook. Because, listen, if you don't forgive people, they'll walk around with that 10-pound weight on their shoulder the rest of their life, feeling like they have to prove themselves to you. Then they'll be in bondage. And you never know. They may never be the same because of you. Because they may have looked up to you. And if you let them down, then guess what? They may think that they're lower now. And they may conduct themselves and take on a whole different demeanor and walk around depressed because they feel like, they didn't live up to something that you wanted them to be. So listen, I just challenge you. Listen, forgive your enemies and love your enemies. Now the question then becomes, how do you love somebody from a distance? Man, what you talking about? You talking about just shooting them a text message every 6 months or something like that? If that's the way you want to do it. You can be cordial with people and still show love to them. But like I said, that doesn't mean, that you got to go get a snowball with them every day. That don't mean you got to call them every day. That don't mean you have to text them all day. That doesn't mean you have to, if you would, be buddy with them all the time. So you have to love your enemies. All right. So listen, this is what I want you to do. Comment some ways down below that you can love your enemies. Share with me some ways that you can love your enemies. You may suggest sending a text message once every now and then. You may suggest whatever. But I'm open to hearing your opinions. But I just wanted to clear that up, that you can love people from a distance. When Jesus is telling you to love your enemies, that doesn't mean that you have to just be next to them every single day. Because listen, some people are toxic. You see what I'm saying? Some people are toxic. Some people, you can't be next to them all the time because they'll drain you. All right, you know, you got to do whatever you do, talk to them, encourage them, or whatever the case may be. Then you got to get on with your business. All right, you got to get on and get you some sleep or whatever it is you got to do. But some people, if you sit under them all day long, man, look, they will drain you. And you need for your cup to be filled in order to dump it out on others throughout the world. You see what I'm saying? You can't serve from an empty vessel. So you have to be mindful of how you use your time. But keep in mind that you can love some people from a distance. Just don't let one person drain you. Okay? So love your enemies, all right? Because at the end of the day, we all the children of God, and they deserve your forgiveness, and they deserve your love. But you ain't got to be playing, what's the name of that game? Halo with them all day long, sitting next to them with a little remote, you know, doing a fake laugh. You know how people be fake laughing? Like something funny, but they really just be fake laughing. But anyway, I love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in for another video. Listen, this video helped you out. Be sure to hit the share button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you subscribe. Hit that subscribe button real quick. That way we can stay connected and you'll be notified on every single video that comes up, okay? I love you. I will talk to you in the next video.